go ahead and get started today. You can take a seat in the middle part of your mat, just any comfortable seated position. I'm going to start in a half lotus pose today. So what that's going to look like is just drawing one leg up towards the opposite hip crease. If this is not available to you, you can also just sit in a cross-leg position and just be mindful of which leg you have crossed in front. So take a nice deep breath in, reach the arms up over your head. As you exhale, take a side stretch to the right, just nice and easy. One more deep breath in up at the top. Switch your grip, take a side stretch to the left. One more nice deep breath in. Lengthening everything up towards the ceiling. Big exhale, release the arms down at the sides. Turn the palms up, lift the heart, lower the gaze. Blink your eyes, close. Just come into this space today. Just take a few moments to observe. Notice how you're feeling. Notice what comes up for you today. And try to do this while maintaining that nice long spine posture. So if you join me on a weekly basis, I know we had some limited sessions last week. So just returning our focus to a little side body opening and core strength today and tomorrow. And then probably next week we'll move on to tackling a couple of other different things. So these are just areas to focus on for today, just maybe bringing a little bit of increased awareness to these places, still keeping in mind that we'll move our bodies in a complete fashion and really try to engage all areas. So with the spine lengthened, take a cleansing breath, inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the mouth. Good. Switch which leg you have in that half lotus or cross-legged position. Switch which leg you have in front. So moving that foot towards the opposite hip crease. And just start to shift the breath low into the belly. Inhaling and exhaling at a pace that feels good for you. So we're starting in either half lotus or just an easy cross-legged pose. We did already switch sides once, so just take a moment to find a comfortable seat and just begin to lengthen your breath. Shifting the breath low into the belly. Once again, just bringing some awareness here to the spine, keeping the spine lengthened. Try to soften across the hips and the knees. Good. Take one more nice deep breath in. Reach the arms up over the head. This time we'll side stretch to the left. Just briefly inhaling, bringing the hands back up to center. Switch your grip, side stretch to the right. One more time, bringing your hands back up to center. And then as you exhale, release the arms down. Good. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Lift your gaze. Exhale, hands together at heart center. Good. Again, lifting the arms up. Exhale, hands to heart. Bow your head. Create an intention for your practice today. Something you would like to focus on. Something you want to be mindful of, or maybe someone you want to send some positivity to today. Bringing that into your heart. One more cleansing breath. Inhaling through the nose. Big, giant exhale through the mouth, letting everything go. Just allowing yourself to be here. Good. Releasing the hands, allowing the eyes to open. So if you're sitting in cross-legged or half lotus position here, you're going to take that leg that's on top and you're going to send it to the outside of the bottom leg. So planting your foot. Take a nice deep breath in. That leg that's on top, we're going to bring that opposite arm across. So you're pulling that knee to the opposite shoulder and just start to turn and take a twist to the right. So I'm mirroring you. So you're twisting to the right. Sitting up nice and tall, bringing a little bit of openness into the outer hip and the glute. Opening up the right side of the chest. Good. As you exhale, come back to center. Sweep your right arm up and over. Side stretch to the left. Think about really stretching and lengthening that entire side body here. Reaching through the fingertips, grounding down through that sit bone. Good. Big inhale, reach the arm back up. Exhale, release and lower it down. Good. Send that top leg out. Take the bottom leg, cross it over. So this is left leg over the right. Sitting nice and tall, you'll draw that knee across to the opposite shoulder, and then we'll turn and take a twist to the left this time. So being mindful of keeping your spine long, using your exhale to rotate through the spine here. Not forcing anything, but just inviting a little bit of subtle movement into the spine as we begin our practice today. Good, releases back to center. Inhale, sweep the left arm up and over. Exhale, side stretch to the right. Once again, we're keeping that sit bone on the mat, finding some length from the fingertips all the way down to that sit bone. Bringing some awareness around the side bodies here. Good, inhale, come back to center. Exhale, release both arms down. Take your feet out in front of you, just setting them gently on the floor. So we're just gonna do a little preparations, a little bit of activation around the trunk here. So remember that focus as side body as well as abdominal or core strength. So we're gonna lift the chest up, float the palms, and just start to hinge back till you feel your abdominal muscles engaged. So we're not going too far. Modification of boat pose here. And then try floating your left leg just so your lower leg is parallel to your mat. And just start to notice what happens around your midsection here. Good. Set the left foot down. Lift your chest up, keeping everything nice and engaged. Try floating your right leg. Again, lower leg parallel to the floor, and breathe. Good. Set that leg down. Notice that activation around the midsection. Deep breath in, lengthen your spine. Seated bound angle pose. Send the knees out to the side, soles of the feet together. Breathe in. As you exhale, forward fold. Uttanasana, over those legs. Just breathing, rounding the spine a little bit here. Pulling the belly in. As you inhale, walk your hands back up to center. Assist your knees so they're pointing towards the ceiling, and then set your hands just underneath the shoulders. We're going to take a modification of upward plank. So on an inhale, send your hips high, drop your head so your gaze is up at the ceiling, and press into the hands. So glutes are active, front body is open. One more inhale. As you exhale, release back to center. Make your way over to hands and knees. And we'll start with just some hip shifts from front to back, weight shifts front to back, or big circles with your body on the mat here. Once again, I want you to take that awareness and just notice the sides of the trunk. So oftentimes if we get some good side body stretching, it really feels like the rest of our spine can move slightly better. So just think about coming into the sides. We'll take our hands up to the left corner of the mat. Take a breath in. As you exhale, sink towards your right heel. Side body stretch. Softening the head and neck. And then coming back up to center, switch sides, breathe in. As you exhale, drop back towards your left heel. Relax the head and neck. And breathe. Good, inhale, come back up to hands and knees. Exhale, find a neutral spine. Let's just start to cycle through cat and cow, maybe tucking the toes under here today. So as you inhale, drop the belly, come to cow pose. As you exhale, press, tuck the tailbone under, press away into cat. Couple more times, inhale to cow. Exhaling to cat. Just begin to link your movement with the breath here. Inhaling to cow, lengthening that front body, stretching out through those abdominal muscles. Exhale, tuck and round, press away into cat. Good. Take one more cycle with your toes tucked under. And then inhale to cow. Take the tops of the feet flat. Walk your hands in about 2 inches closer to your knees. Then inhale to cow pose. Exhale, press into cat. And if you want, press into the tops of the feet and hover the knees for super cat. Good. Release to cow pose. Inhale. Exhale, tuck and round cat. Hover the knees. super cat. So C shaping your spine. Good, release, inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Press into the feet, super cat. C shaping that spine. Good, last time, inhale, cow pose. Exhale, tuck and round. If you'd like, engaging the belly. Hover the knees. Good, release. Go ahead and bring the big toes together. Take the knees wide. Drop back to extended child's pose. Walk your hands all the way up as far as you feel comfortable towards the top edge of your mat. And either turn your head to the side or just rest your forehead on the mat. Few belly breaths here. Inhaling and exhaling into the belly. Let's take a cleansing breath here. So inhaling through the nose. Big exhale through the mouth. Good, one more time. Inhaling through the nose. Exhaling through the mouth. Good, from child's pose, come back up and walk down to your forearms. Shimmy your knees back and just take forearm plank from the knees. So we're gonna do lots of activation through the trunk or the core today. So I just want you to get in your head that shape, that position of your body with your spine parallel to the mat. Give a little press into the mid-back here. So you're activating also around the shoulder girdles. Good, come over to your left forearm for side arm balance. And either stacking the knees or extending that top leg. Just being mindful of what's happening here. So a little activation in the outer hip, little activation on the side body. Float that top arm up. Gaze is up or down, just nice and easy. Maybe circle out the wrist, one direction, and then the other direction. Take that arm, reach it up by your ear. Nice, big, long side stretch. And then exhale, come back to forearm plank in the center from the knees. Belly is in. Pressing into that mid-back. Make your way over to the right side. Stacking the knees or straightening the top leg. Hips are reaching towards the ceiling. Lifting with that left side of the hip towards the sky. Feeling some activation in the bottom hip as well as that side body. Circle that wrist if that feels good for you. And then send that left arm up and over next to your ear. Feeling that length along the entire left side. Good, release back to center, come to puppy pose. So forehead to stacked hands or to the mat, hips are lifted. When you're ready, downward facing dog, using the length of your mat. Sending the sit bones up and back. We'll spend a little bit of time here just pedaling out your feet or doing what feels good for you. Just let yourself come into your body a little bit today. Just let yourself be on your mat, kind of taking a little bit of time to stay present with your body, stay present with your breath, and just notice how you feel here today. Doing your best to be kind to yourself as you practice, making any modifications that you might need today. Good, look forward towards your hands. Walk the hands up towards the feet. Find a forward fold at the top edge of your mat with your feet about hips distance apart. Soften the back of the neck. Good, inhale to a flat back, halfway lift. Exhale, round and fold. Inhale, press through the feet. Take your time, but come all the way up to stand. Pedal out the feet if you need to. Reach your arms up over your head. As you exhale, bring the hands together at heart center. Good, from mountain pose. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, forward fold, leading with your heart. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach up, look up. Exhale, hands through heart center. Good. Half sun salutation, focusing on linking movement with breath here, yogis. One breath, one movement. Inhale, sweep up. Little back bend if you want. Exhale, hinge forward. Uttanasana, round the spine. Inhale, flat back, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep up. Look up. Exhale, hands to heart center. We're gonna move on to our lunge salutation here. So inhale, sweep the arms up. Back bend if you like. Exhale, lead with the heart, forward fold. Inhale, flat back, halfway lift. Good, today we're gonna plant the hands and bring the right knee back, come to low lunge. Walk or sweep your arms up, settle into that front knee, feeling that length into the right hip flexor. Good, exhale the hands down to the mat, step it back to forearm plank from the knees. Good, release to your tummy, inhale, Sphinx pose. Lift your heart, slide your forearms forward. Just stay here for a couple of breaths. So lots of options for our back bends today. If you want to take it a little bit easier, you can come to the Sphinx pose. I'll offer some additional options as we move through that classic sun salutation. Good, release the hands, downward facing dog, hips high. 2 breaths. Ground down through the hands and feet. Good, look forward, right foot steps through, left knee drops down. Inhale, low lunge, side 2. Breathing into that front of the left hip. Exhale, hands to the mat, step forward, halfway lift, top of your mat, breathe in. Exhale, round and fold. Inhale, press through the feet, sweep up, look up. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, sweep, little back bend if you want. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, flat back, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, right knee steps back. Inhale, low lunge. Walk or sweep your arms up, softening the tops of the shoulders. Exhale, hands to the mat. Step it back to plank or plank from the knees. Good. Notice that alignment of your trunk here. Set the knees down, lower all the way to your tummy. Inhale, locust pose. So arms go back, lifting your heart, opening the front body. Exhale, down dog. Hips high. Just warming up a few easier back bends before we move into that Vinyasa series with up dog or cobra pose. Just being mindful that you can take any back bend of your choice, yogis. Look forward. Right foot steps through, left knee drops down. Inhale, low lunge. Softening the tops of the shoulders, lifting the gaze. Exhale, hands to the mat. Curl the back toes under, step forward. Breathe in, flat back. Exhale, round and fold. Inhale, press through the feet, sweep all the way up, look up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Just pause for a moment here. Chin to the chest, notice your feet, blink the eyes closed or lower your gaze. Keep your spine long today. Belly is in, tailbone is tucked under. Just notice yourself in standing. Notice any asymmetries in the body. Not making any judgments about those, but just bringing some awareness there. Good. As you're ready, blink your eyes open. Moving on to sun salutation A. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step it back to plank pose and pause. So from your toes or your knees, lower halfway chaturanga. Now you can take locust, sphinx, cobra, up dog. Exhale, down dog. 2 breaths. Spread those fingers nice and wide. Ground through the hands and feet. Looking forward, walk, step, or hop to the top of your mat. Breathe into a flat back. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step back to plank and decide what you'd like to do for that Vinyasa series. So perfectly fine to lower to your knees. Halfway is chaturanga. Inhale, back bend of your choice, lifting your heart. Exhale, down dog. If you get tired, skip that series and press to down dog. Child's pose, hands and knees. Looking forward, walk, step, or hop to the top of your mat. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, plant your hands. Step or hop back to plank, Vinyasa, or downward facing dog. Back bend of your choice. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good. Inhale, right leg high, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose, cat back. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, knee to nose, cat back. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, step it forward, crescent or high lunge. Walk or sweep your arms up. Good, breathing, knee tracks over the ankle on that front leg. Good, as you exhale, hands to the hips, step your back foot in slightly, straighten both knees, lift your chest. As you exhale, hinge forward, pyramid pose. So if you're without a block today, use your leg in any location here, finding a little bit of length into the back of the thighs. So if you're pretty flexible through your hamstrings, you might be able to bring fingertips to the floor on either side of that front foot. If not, don't worry about it. Essentially a forward bend over that front leg. Try to let the back and the neck soften and breathe. Good, left hand is gonna stay on the shin or the mat. Inhale your right arm up, revolve triangle. Heart to the right wall. Micro bend in both of those knees. Breathe. Exhale, release. Pyramid pose. Soften the back of the neck. Good, and breathe. One more breath in. As you exhale, plant your hands. Take that back leg, step it all the way back. Come to plank pose. Good, come down to your forearms. Rotate over to your left arm for side arm balance. Hips are high. Good, take that top arm, the one that's reaching up towards the ceiling, briefly tap it to the mat. Look down at that hand. Inhale, send it up. Exhale, tap it down. Inhale, send it up. Hips are high, perfectly fine to set that bottom knee down. Take that top arm, sweep it up and over. Side body length, core strength, yogis. Good. Release to forearm plank in the center. Set your knees down, come to Sphinx pose. Look forward. Exhale, downward facing dog. Hips are high. Good. Inhale, plank. Set your forearms down, forearm plank from the toes or the knees. Breathe in, belly towards the spine, and exhale to the right arm. Shoulder over elbow alignment here. Left arm reaches high. As you exhale, set it down briefly. Look down. Inhale, send it up. Exhale, tap it down. Inhale, send it up. Exhale, reach it up and over. Lengthen the side body. Keep lifting that left side of the pelvis up to the ceiling. Exhale, forearm plank. Set your knees down, Sphinx pose. Look forward. Exhale, down dog. Beautiful. Inhale, left leg high, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose, cat back. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, knee to nose, cat back. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, step it forward, high lunge. Up on the ball of your back foot, back knee is straight, soft tops of the shoulders, nice. Keep breathing, softening the tops of the shoulders, relaxing the face, let yourself be here. Good, as you exhale, hands to the hips, step your back foot in about a foot, come to straight knees, breathe in to lengthen, exhale, hinge, pyramid pose, side two. So you might have a difference in flexibility in your hamstrings from right to left. So be kind to yourself. If you need to modify your hand position on the second side, please do that. Softening into the pose as it's available to you. Good. Planting your right hand, inhaling the left arm up. So heart to the left wall. Revolved triangle. And breathe. Keeping your breath as much as you can even. As you exhale, release back, pyramid pose, folding over that leg. Softening the back of the neck, feeling that release in the back of the thighs. Good, when you're ready, plant your hands. Take that back leg, reach it all the way back, come to plank pose. Good, Vinyasa or downward facing dog. Lower halfway chaturanga. Inhale, back bend of your choice. Exhale, down dog. Always welcome to take a breather in child's pose or any other resting pose of your choice. Looking forward, walk or step to the top of your mat. Take a seat, boat pose. So any variation of boat, we prepped this in the beginning. So you might have one or both of your legs up. If you're looking for full boat, you're going to try straightening those knees, floating the arms up. Don't worry about it if you can't get to straight knees. Just do what works for you, but lift your heart up. Good. As you exhale, cross the feet, plant the hands, plank pose. Belly is in. Breathe. Good. Vinyasa or down dog. Back bend of your choice. Exhale, downward facing dog, hips high. Good, inhale, right leg high, three-legged dog. Exhale, bring it over to the left elbow this time, press away. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale to the right elbow, hovering. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, step it forward, warrior two. Pivot the back heel down. Circle those arms up. Settle into that front knee, gazing over the front hand. Good, as you exhale, extended side angle. Forearm to the front thigh, or you can reach that right hand down for the floor. Inside or outside of that foot, don't force it. Big side stretch here, yogis. And breathe. One more inhale. As you exhale, triangle pose. Hand to the shin or to the outside of that right foot. Your whole back body is against an imaginary wall. Micro bend in those knees. Good. Bend into the front knee. Warrior two. Virabhadrasana two. Exhale, hands to the mat. Plank pose. Good. Choices here. Lower halfway chaturanga. Inhale, back bend of your choice. Sphinx, locust, cobra. Up dog. Exhale. Downward facing dog. Grounding down. Good. Be in your body here. Let's take a cleansing breath. Inhaling through the nose. Exhaling through the mouth. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale to the right elbow, cat back. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale to the left elbow. Hover, pull the belly in. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, step it forward, warrior two, Virabhadrasana two. Settling into that front leg. Bring some awareness now to the midsection. So pull the belly in, slightly tucking the tailbone under. Exhale, extended side angle. Keep your chest lifted as you reach that right arm up and over. Perfectly fine to bring that bottom hand down to the inside or the outside of your foot. And breathe. One more inhale. As you exhale, triangle pose. Micro bend in both knees. Gaze is up or down. Heart is open to the side wall. Still feeling some length in the back of the thighs here. If it's getting tough on your neck to look up, you can turn your gaze down towards the left foot. Good. Breathe in. As you exhale, bend into the front knee. Warrior two. Look forward. Belly in. Tailbone tucks. Exhale, hands to the mat. Plank pose. Good. From here, walk down to your forearms. Inhale, Sphinx pose. So set your knees down, come to Sphinx. Good. We're going to do a forearm plank roll up here. So from here, you're going to pull up your lower ribs, your belly, and your thighs or your knees to come back to forearm plank. Then we're going to release it opposite. So knees, belly, ribs, Sphinx pose. Two more. So pull in, rib cage, belly, knees, forearm plank, and breathe. Good. Release is knees, belly, ribs. Look forward. Last one. Pull in, ribs, belly, knees. Everything's nice and tight, and breathe. Good. Release it down. Knees nice and slow and controlled. Look forward. Sphinx pose. And exhale. Child's pose. Sink back. This time, go ahead and tuck your arms back at your sides and create a little bit of rounding in the spine here. So to do that, if you'd like to move more into hare pose where your knees are kind of in, tucked underneath you, just really allowing yourself some flexion into the spine. So a little bit of rounding here. Take a cleansing breath, inhaling through the nose. Big exhale through the mouth. Inhaling nose. Exhaling through the mouth. Just recall that intention that you set for your practice today. When you're ready, we'll make our way back onto our stomachs here. So hands can come up towards the top edge of the mat and just lower yourself slowly down. Turn the toes out to the side and come to crocodile pose. Stacking the hands, resting your forehead here. Inhaling and exhaling, just slowing down the breath into the low belly. Inhaling a sense of peace and calm. Exhaling to let go of worry or tension. Inhaling love and strength. Exhaling pain and suffering. And then any other emotions or feelings or sentiments that you'd like to pull into your body. Doing that with the inhale. And then exhaling to release anything that's not serving you well today. Letting go of what you don't need. When you feel ready, forehead to the mat, arms back at your sides, feet in line with the hips. On your next inhale, lift your head, heart, and arms up. Locust variation. If you feel comfortable, float your feet. Activating that back body, just as important as the front body for our core strength here. One more inhale. As you exhale, release everything. If you'd like an additional challenge today, we're gonna send our arms up and over, so kind of creating that V shape over our heads for locust pose. If you have shoulder pain or that doesn't work for you, then just keep your arms down at your side. So as you inhale, float everything up. You're keeping that nice neutral alignment in the spine, so head and neck, being mindful to not overextend, keeping the gaze down, floating everything. We're gonna stay here for 3 more breaths. Relaxing the face. And exhale, release everything. Go ahead and take a moment here and just roll over onto your back. And once you get onto your back, if you have a towel or a sweatshirt or anything, just have that handy. So use it in just a moment or two. And then once you're on your back, keeping your feet about hips distance apart, shoulder blades tucked in. I want you to go ahead and cross your left leg over your right, and then inhale and lift your hips up. Just bridge pose modification, activating through that right glute. Shoulder blades slide underneath you. If you'd like, floating that left leg, foot is flexed. Breathing. Good, setting it back down on the right, opening that left hip and knee out to the side. And then as you exhale, release down, pull the legs in that figure 4 position, reclining pigeon pose. Just rocking gently from side to side here. Any other movements that you'd like to add in to the ankles or the knees, perfectly fine. Good. Release from that figure 4 position and draw the knees in. And as you exhale, send them to the right side. So shoulder blades on the mat here. Reclining spinal twist variation. Nice and easy. We're starting to slow down the breath here. So just really being intentional with your breathing. Trying to lengthen both parts of the breath. As you exhale, bring the knees back up to center. This time we'll take the right leg, cross it over the left, arms down at your sides now, and then float the hips up, bridge pose variation. Shoulder blades walk underneath you. If you'd like, send the right leg out, flexing the foot and breathing into that left glute. Good, and set it back on the opposite leg. Both hips are high. And then exhale, release and lower, draw the legs in, reclining pigeon. Grabbing behind the left thigh. Any movements that feel good to you are perfectly fine here. Maybe just a moment of gratitude for coming to your mat today, for dedicating this time for self-care, self-preservation, self-love. Uncrossing the legs, let the legs fall to the left side. Shoulder blades on the mat, turning the gaze to the right. And then exhale, release back to center. So go ahead and just set the feet, the soles of the feet on the mat, let the knees drop in towards each other. If you do have a rolled piece of fabric or a towel or a shirt, just kind of flatten it out. We're going to place it just underneath the base of the sacrum. So this is, instead of using a block, just a gentle and very subtle lift of the pelvis, arms down at your sides. Putting that at the base of the sacrum, you're going to send the legs up one at a time towards the ceiling. So unsupported legs up the wall, even with just a little lift, feels a little bit more accessible to the back of the thighs here. If you do have a wall nearby and you can scoot your butt against the wall and just let your legs relax on the wall, that also feels pretty nice, especially towards the end of the practice or towards the end of the day. So from here, just allowing the eyes to close, deepening the breath, and then just quietly to yourself, I'd like you to come up with something that you are grateful for today. Bring that into your heart. Carry it with you as you leave your mat. And then next, I want you to come up with something that you're grateful for about yourself. Bring that into your heart. And then slowly releasing the legs all the way down. Take a full body stretch. If you have something underneath the sacrum, just release it. Extend the legs out, reach the arms all the way up over your head. Nice deep breath in. As you exhale, release into your final Shavasana, corpse pose. If you're not comfortable on your back, please take any other resting pose of your choice. Inhale deeply through the nose. Big, heavy sigh, let it go. The eyes are closed or the gaze is lowered. Let go of any last remaining tension. Just let yourself be here. Notice the subtleness of your breath. Notice the stillness in your body. Just do your best to let go, allowing the ground to support you, putting a pause on the mind chatter for a few moments. Allowing your body a few moments of rest. When you feel ready, begin to deepen your breath. Maybe open and close the hands or circle out the ankles. Eventually bending one or both knees up and just rock the knees slightly and then choose a side to come over onto. Just let yourself curl up there for a moment. Relaxing the head and neck, taking a nice deep breath in to your heart. Come to a comfortable seated position when you're ready. Taking a moment to find length in the spine. And we'll bring the hands together at heart center. Drop your chin down and take one deep breath into your heart. Thank you for sharing your practice with me today. Namaste.